Here we go again. There you go. Let's see, this one to work. It's early today. Which happens. Yeah. Let's see what happens when I open the blinds a bit. She's bright. It's actually better on the screen though. Just the light mode. I tend to shut down my system, so I have to reboot and like do everything when I start it back up again. So I think we should get into some more testing today. That's one of the things I need to finish. And I need to figure out Keycaster, like the redeems and stuff. I don't think we're doing stream stuff today. Not building stuff for stream at least. There are some things that I'm interested in doing for stream, like building, but those are for a later date, because that I have to plan those out a bit more. I also have some more stuff to react to, which was kind of cool. Let's clean these up. So while that's slurping in Docker containers, why in the heck? Why not sign in there? Ah, need to do the end. Get the code. It's this one. Nope. Should be this one then. Oh no, it's copy pasting the wrong to a fake code. There we go. I need to fix that one. Hold on. There we go. This is the old one. I'm still gonna save that one because you never know, right? This is taking a good amount of time. Let's see what did they leave for we have some pull requests we have to look at. So we could take a look at something. So Docker for Windows. No. It's a bit too much. Didn't want to clear the entire thing. So it downloads an ISO as a web-based viewer. So you could this is interesting. Oh, you can even add the RAM size or the CPU cores. This is, oh, you can even assign a manual IP. Oh, right. Yeah. And you can add disks. So I can do KVM support. I could if I went over to Linux. I have a Linux machine. That's kind of cool. And we also have macOS. This one is probably a bit more shady, I reckon. Oh, you can go back to Big Sur. That's kind of cool. So technically, I could run this on my MacBook and be fine. But if you run this on a Windows machine, you're probably not fine. It's kind of cool that you can spin up Docker containers and go to like Sonoma, Ventura, Monterey, or Big Sur. Like you can actually go back. That's kind of cool. Like I've been through them all, so I don't really feel the need to go there. But I mean, it's cool that you can. I would like to see something like even older, right? I feel like as long as you're, especially with Mac, like Windows has. If you look at this, we go all the way back to 2000, man. Like Windows 2000, XP, Vista. So I feel like the Mac images could be older than 11. Like go actually back to 10, right? But it's cool that this is a thing we can do. Well, I kind of sort of want to spin up a Windows machine and see what happens. I should probably disable the background opacity when doing light colors, I guess. I don't know. This should be way more readable for you guys. See what's actually in here. This is actually kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Can we need this file? Sure. I feel like we kind of have to, right? So what's the correct way to do this? Let's see. So need a Docker compose. Okay, to the compose file. I feel like we should do XP. It was XP, right? Yeah. Just for nostalgia's sake, right? Kind of curious what it's gonna pop up now for us, but we'll see. Is the KVM something we need to turn off? Can we turn it off? What happens if I just delete the KVM? Seems to work. So where are we going? We're going... localhost 2006. Ah, look. It's actually downloading XP. Building the XP image. XP was, I think, the last version that I actually daily. I use daily. Yeah. I was talking about it yesterday. Like XP, I started at MS DOS. Yes, I'm old. Well, DOS and then MS DOS and PC DOS. And then I know Windows 3.1 or 3.0 came out. Then I was on Windows until like XP, and after that it was SUSE. SUSE a bit on Windows 7 for like 6 months, and then back to Ubuntu for. I did SUSE for 8 years, Windows for 6 months, and then another 5 to 6 years on Ubuntu. Then I switched to Mac, which was in 2016, I want to say. Like daily driving a MacBook. I've been on OS X since, or Mac OS since 2016 now. It's also almost 10 years. So I've been around. Interesting. Image is still there. Is this the need for KVM? Probably. I don't think I can run this on Windows or on my. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can run this. That sucks. I'll we can get the I'm not sure if I can get the we can get the Linux machine up, I guess. Let's see. Let's go there for a second. Have to do some rerouting. That's fine. See if it. There we go. This one's just not tied up to the peripherals of this machine that I'm actually yeah, sure. And yes, it is Arch Endeavor, which is this one's on the Wi-Fi, so the internet should be a bit slower. Hold on. Let me just go like this. Ah, there we go. I can actually have the screen in front of me. It's not optimal, but it's, you know, it's better than having it way on the side where the Mac is supposed to be. Forgot I haven't upgraded this one in a couple of days. Like, the battery should hold until we have and this is what you're looking at now is Endeavor OS, which is Arch based, with Hyperland, Waybar, Rofi. It's my own. If you do exclamation mark dot files, you can find them there. Okay, let's see. Put you on the. It can update out of sight. I think I have Docker. Yeah, I don't. Ah, come on. Oh, update, damn it. So what was the command to actually check if... Should change to XP again? Haven't used like a real keyboard in a hot minute. Okay, let's go for it. I am going to be switching back to the MacBook once we've checked this out, because I can't work on this one because nothing is set up here. Yeah, sure. Like, this doesn't integrate with my current setup with the mouse and keyboard. I'm using this is a ThinkPad, because I'm using the ThinkPad keyboard and touchpad now, which is get this one back. Cool soundtrack though. Music is yeah. See how much this one's behind in the dot files. It's probably a bit behind. Yeah, there you go. Multitasking on 3 different machines at the moment. That's a new one. Yeah, it looks readable enough to me. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm not rebooting. You can forget about that. I feel like Docker Compose should be on the system, but it wasn't. We can fix that really easy. That's the fun part about using Arch. Let's see. Should have KVM, okay. So this might not even work on this machine. Nope. Interesting. I wonder if it's actually needed to have KVM support. I mean, it probably is, but I mean, I can probably enable this in the BIOS. Well, we're not diving into that right now, because then, you know, I'll check real quick. There you go. This should get you guys back to being on. Hey, man. I'll quickly check if I can get that one to start working again. Oh, there we go. Hannah's back. Hmm. Whoa. There you go. Have to grab the right USB-C cable. Else it's not gonna work, of course. There we go. We're back. Yeah, there we go. So now we have all the correct stuff set up again. Let's see, I think it was the BIOS setting on that. Translation, yeah. And the virtualization on the Linux laptop was turned off. I'm not gonna dive into that anymore because that's annoying as all heck. I actually want to get some stuff done. So, especially because the laptop doesn't really support the mouse and keyboard that I'm using, so it's always using the touchpad, which is annoying as all heck. So even though the ThinkPads have one of the better keyboards, they're not like super comfortable. I have no idea why, but go back to this, I guess. Let's build this. There you go. You can power off. And yes, it's the hack laptop. Let's see, what are we at? It's a nice hot day outside today. Let's see what the temps are. But this should have everything able to build, right? It's gonna be 27 degrees today. Oh, hell yeah. It's a hot little day. We should be fine though. We should still be at like 58, almost 60% test coverage and 98% type coverage. And type coverage is weird in PHP, right? Because it's not a statically typed language. But still, you can check for types, which you should do. So we run, we use PEST to test our entire architecture. We test if there's no PHP, security or Laravel defaults that we're breaking, right? And security one is the MD5 hashes anywhere or exposed keys. Laravel is no dumps and no DDs, no dumps, no, like every class should be should be correct, stuff like that. I always assume these would pass because they barely break. This is type coverage where you like these are all the yellow where we're at 50 or 75%. It means we're not covering all the types that are used in that file. We'll like our general rule of thumb now is, since we're doing catch up on a lot of projects, especially this one, is as long as we can hit above 90, it's acceptable for now, right? So the test coverage being at 58%, that's not acceptable. But that's what we're trying to remedy, right? Like all tests should be passing, right? Yeah. There you go. So we'll get the coverage going and see what we still need to do. While vibing to the music, I guess. Ooh. I'm curious why. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, so we have a few more controllers. We did some work on this project after after we last finished. So let's go into the development controller, I guess. This one. I guess this is almost the same as the customer controller, right? Yeah, that view is actually broken. We need to fix that, but that's a different story. So we could easily do the same test for... I'm not touching off right now because these are basically Laravel internals. We'll test those, but like later. I want to get these done because these are the ones we introduced, right? Development, I guess. Let's create our test. That to the side so we can run our test there, and then we go development controller test. We can do the customer controller. I think we can just copy paste this test, to be honest, because these are very much the same. Same for this one, right? Like the security one is basically the same. The reason why we have different is because they could differ, right? Like these are basically the same, but they have different categories that they load in. For now, they're all the same, which is but that's a refactor that we're not doing now. Let's get the coverage up first. Pretty sure development in itself is plural. Couldn't think. See, get development. Should probably import the page, yes. See where we're at. Which will mean that if we do the coverage again, like this is super low hanging fruit, right? Which is good because that's stuff we can easily get out of the way really fast. Yep. So for the show, I reckon we can have to pass an article to it. Let's see if we can figure that out. Check if the view route returns correct. So do we have article? Ah. Making typos here. It's early. So we have no articles. I guess that's fine. We could do we just need one. You can use the factory in Laravel to create an article on the fly. When you use the article factory, it will basically do this. So it will grab a random author ID, a random category ID, some random content, some random paragraphs. It'll set publish the slug and the title. So what we want to do here, because we want to test if it's development, right? We want to see if we can, we want to set the author ID, the category, and publish to 1. Yeah. So this one can go. Let's grab this. So in the create function, you can pass it an array, and in that array you could basically overwrite all the stuff you want to overwrite, right? So in our case, this is gonna be that. I don't care about the content, I don't care about the slug, don't care about the title. So these are the 3 things we want to overwrite. So for here, we're gonna go category where development. I don't think we need to do true. And for publish, we just put this to 1, right? Let's get the author in. So now, when you run this, you should get at least an article, right? I forgot something. Oh, it's an array. Like I said, it's early. It's my first coffee of the day. Well, I think the category isn't see what we call the category. It's capitalized. Let's see if this fixes it. Hey, Mr. Ergodox. How you doing, mate? Hope this is readable, by the way. I'm doing fine. Sure, this is kind of what I expected, yeah. Yeah, I switched the colors around. Oh, I'm just not thinking correctly. All right. So that's the correct where. Now I only get the development one because we have to search that on title. Because we don't know the ID, right? Because it gets created in random order, so it could get a different ID. Some lurkers, nobody chatted. It's fine. I've just been. This is gonna be hot today, and I have one of the kids is sick downstairs with the dog. So no Charlie today. So I have until noon to work. So I was like, I'm just gonna put on the stream and get some stuff done. See who drops in. Yeah, all the emotes got approved, by the way. Also, I gotta show you something real quick. Hold on. Yeah. All the emotes are there. I posted something in the mod chat. You should check that one out. Also, I think these. I feel like when we move up, right? Like when we hit this color, if it's super small, I think it starts to fade, right? So I would almost suggest we do the gray here, and then move to like we move the gray of the actual artwork. We start lightening that up, so we end up with white over here, right? So we go gray, a bit lighter gray, because now they're in the tint, they're a shade darker than the color they're in, but I don't think that's gonna translate to like super tiny bit emote style. That makes sense. So that might be a thing. Like readability might be a thing there. So this is the I think I can do ID here, right? I can do ID on that one. And this should get us the article and yeah, that would make even less sense. Have it be an ID. I think this could. This should just work, right? Laravel binds it too. Yeah, there you go. Just like I said, not really awake yet. It doesn't. Oh, it's because we get it. Oh. So we have to do first here, and in that case, we get the object back, and the object has an ID. So if you do get, you get an aliquot collection with all the items, even if it's just one. And we need to have the object to be able to tie it to the category. But now we don't know if the... Yeah, it should be only one category, right? Because the way we're querying it. Because we're looking at the title should be development, and there should be only one category for development, so, you know. So, that's one. What are we doing again? This is development, right? So we do development and then article ID. Okay. I think we can do... I think that should work. Oh, right. Same issue. I don't know how you do that in Pest. Let's grab the docs then, I guess. So I don't know. I know in PHP unit you can just pass it, but for this one, I don't know. There's a neater way to do it to actually pass. Sure. Exceptions, expectations. This is the expectations, but I feel like we could just get. There's no LSP definition for it. What we do? With the IDE helper, create something that would Vim actually? Maybe the LSP will get that one. It's probably a restart, right? I reckon. Other than that, by the way, Ergo, I really like the look. Nah, the LSP doesn't get it. I think it's something like that. Oh, I keep forgetting. We'll look it up if we don't. The response is not a view. What is the response then? What do we get? Four. What's it trying to reach? Let's see. So this is, yeah. Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, it's just in the... Alright. Am I just messing it up that badly? JSON APIs is not what I want. Close this. We can set cookies. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So this is a post. So do we just do I feel like so this should be I can't believe that this I don't think this is the thing though. Like I don't think so, but been wrong before. What does this give us? This gives us this is such a mess. Let's see if we can just do I feel like that should be a thing, right? It gets the... I think this is the same problem as we have with the other one. Because it goes to the articles index and not the actual... See if we can use some of these fancy yeah, sure, let's get all of these methods to figure out what might actually be happening. It's a lot of info. See, let's not use the DD, the header, the body, the JSON, and the session. I would prefer to have the session there. See if this makes it any more readable. Ah, this is better. This is better. No, really though, because it's not telling us which route it's actually heading. Like, do we actually... Let's see. For actually here, right? So if we're actually here and we're on the development page, is this, what is this hitting? This is hitting development and then slug, I guess. Development, slug. Is that the slug? We need to create a like an article we can actually test, because these dummy data articles have randomly generated slugs as well. Ugh. Yeah. It's local development, so it doesn't matter what the password is. And yes, the password is password. That's not true for production, of course. Let's see. So we're going to do test. This is an article. Oh, look. Somebody that wants to get banned. Let's get some lorem ipsum in here, I guess. So this is going to be in the development category, and it's going to be me. It has to be published, else we can't really check it. Well, this should mean when we're here that this slug, it's hitting the slug. So it's not ID, it's slug. That's true. You can test, check the route, I guess. Because we're passing the article to it, I guess it doesn't matter if you do ID or slug. I think we can even pass could we? What's the ID of this thing? 41. So could we just do 41? Let's see. I think we can, right? No. What the has to be the slug. That's good. Okay, so that's that means that over here we need to do slug. All right. Yep. Then it should hit the shell, right? Still hitting the index. So what are we? Is that what we're missing? See what we're actually hitting, right? We're not hitting the, this is the index page. Okay, so. I think this will give us the slug, right? Yeah, that's a slug. Because we only have one article, so it should be. What if we just built the URL? Yeah, that's it. I'm just being an idiot. So this should now pass. It's still hitting. It's hitting articles view. That's probably true. Yep, it's hitting articles view. There you go. Okay. That took way longer than it should have. I think we can test the other one as well now. Like this one. There we go. Okay, yeah, I think we can basically do the same, right? I think it's customers. Let's get the Yeah, let's run the development group as well. So this one should still be all green. And customers should now, if I didn't fuck up. Oh, it's probably customers. Yeah. Yeah, we should have the... Yeah. Okay. I think it's plural, right? It's customers are... Yeah. There you go. Which means that if you do the coverage again now, it isn't gonna work because we now it's gonna work, and it's gonna have this one covered as well. So that will be nice. Looky here. So this one, bam. Oh, we're not doing the payload yet because it's a different one. We're gonna do the process controller, which is basically again the same type of test. And the reason why we have this duplicate, it's basically duplicate code, right? Because it's different category and different, but it's basically the same. The reason we have this is because there's going to be different controllers. They're going to change. This is basically what I'm trying to say, right? So for now they're the same, but we're going to change them. I think we can just grab this entire test. Paste it in here. Process. See how well we did. Bam! There we go. Nice. So, I think I have security and workshop left. I think this is also the same, and the workshop controller is a bit more interesting. Okay, so that one might be a bit more interesting to do. Let's do the security controller first, though. um, this should be... I think I could technically maybe search and replace this if I really wanted to. It feels kind of awkward. That should mean we have 100% coverage on this file. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Okay. So this one. Like the store function is going to be a bit interesting. Well, first let's look at the payloads directory, right? So what's in the Docky controller? So this should just redirect to this. I think we can easily assert that one, right? Because I don't have to test if this logs, because I assume it's gonna log, right? It's a Laravel internal. It's kind of weird. Okay, so but this is not in the Docky directory. This is in the payloads directory. There you go. I think it's Ducky, right? Is it Duck? Resources Ducky. Does it matter? I feel like we should. Oh. This should probably not be. I feel like it should be in payloads and not resources, because it's not a resource, right? It's a payload we're sending you. Let's start here. Right. Because it's can't type today. is it just ducky? Could be. I'm just messing it up. Oh, because it redirects. It's a redirect. Just being an idiot here. I'm pretty sure it has a redirect one. View. Should valid, invalid, is forwarded, unprocessable, unauthorized. Okay. Reiki. Wait, what? All right, let's figure this out. Response is so what can we actually get back from the response, right? Phew. Okay. Gibberish. Pretty sure you can just do status, right? Where's that? Pretty sure get status does the same thing. Doesn't? $500. And what if I just do Ducky? Get a 4-4. Oh. So what's the payload / ducky? I mean, I feel like so what happens if we actually hit the URL in the site, right? Well, we should probably inspect the network. So it is giving a 500. Okay. Good. So it is correct. Hey, hold on. Oh, right. Now it should hit and boom. Yeah, because we because I changed the route, it wasn't hitting the correct one. Okay. Like I said, not at all awake enough. This should now give a Is it just ducky now then? It's a 404. Yeah, it is good. See if it actually. Oh, because we're making it. Right. Right. Does that even matter? It doesn't set the server remote address. That's the because we're coming from within the test, so it. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Should now give it 500. Wait, it's. $500. Yeah. Right, so how the heck do we set? Can we impersonate That's an interesting one. Guess that will be mocking, right? Um. This is all mocking like methods and stuff. This is not really what we want. Hmm. No code completion. All right, that's. I think there should be some methods on. Hmm. Could set this, I guess. Sure. Something like that, maybe. Oh, right, probably. Probably don't have faker, right? Doesn't matter. Just use localhost, I guess. 500. Oh, it's maybe because localhost is. Funny number. Still a 500. Well, we could. Debugging responses. We could. Alrighty. See the headers. It's fine. It's in the body. Okay, that will make sense because it's a redirect, right? Yep. Yeah, this is unreadable. I can't put that to. I can't create to. Okay, to. Convert it to JSON. Nope. Oh, it's on a string. It's a string. I feel like we're pretty close though. Sure. What more do we have? We have. I'm not really sure why my LSP isn't really giving me anything. I'm pretty sure this get content is just gonna give me a wall of green text. Yeah. It's gonna give us a 404, which is expected because we're Yeah. This was expected, right? Payload slash ducky. I'm not sure if the first slash is actually needed. Let's first check if we actually hit this route, right? No, it should. Okay, so we are hitting the route. Okay, so that's good. So this one's good. Can we just do payload without the slash? Does that still work? Yes. Okay, so it's a matter of setting the remote address because what headers are we actually getting? None. Okay, so we get the server. This is even weirder. Sure. This is just a local test issue. This is not an issue with anything else, I reckon. So we have the remote address. First, blah 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 blah. Recapture. Yeah, because we're hitting it from within. This is a rough one. Let's test something else, right? That's gonna be that one. we gotta do that. Let's see, let's get this test disabled for now. Is it actually logging though? That's not in the vendor, that's in the storage logs. It is actually. These are just my calls, right? Yeah. I think, to be honest, we could just fix this to not use the like this one, right? I'm pretty sure if we do this. Right? And we do because Laravel has IP. Still get a 500. Sure, because this still accesses. Now we should just get the IP. No, we still get a 500. What's in the request then? 500. Like what? Why? This makes no sense. That does make sense though. I get a request, and I'm pretty sure Laravel has an IP. Yep. So what we could just do, I think, to fix this, instead of using the remote address, let's use the request IP. What more do we have, right? We have request IP. Oh, we have server. That just reduces. We have the headers. Headers taken from server. Oh, we just have server. Let's quickly check what's in there, right? Yeah, okay. we also have, I mean, this is just gonna be dollar request, right? I feel like this should actually work. 302. Got there. It's because the server variables that this, like the server things that we hit first, those are not available during testing. Those are not set because you're not actually, you're pretending to hit the URL, but you're not actually hitting it. You're hitting it with like internal. So that means you can't really fake it, but you can use like Laravel's own request object to actually fix this, and this actually looks better. I feel like this URL should live somewhere else, to be honest. Can we put it in? Like it could live in default, right? So this would mean that we could do this, and we could do config. Dot URL. Dot URL. This should still pass. It doesn't, because I'm messing something up. It's not a string. Oh, it's default lucky payload URL, not, that's the correct one. So see this already an improvement. Why? All right. Okay, so this one should probably not be in the it's not the resource, but it's the payloads. Everything should still pass. I wonder, does it actually creates a log? So we can actually get to see the There you go. I should re-enable scratch files. So this is the information that we're actually saving in the log, which is for the demo purposes of when we hit, we have a rubber ducky. When we insert the rubber ducky, it just hits the website URL and it redirects you to the page that says don't use unknown USBs, right? And we can show them that we actually save like their entire, like the some address info, so just basic header info, but it's for the demo. For demo purposes, this actually works. People really get like, oh, you can actually save stuff, and we can also execute stuff. So whenever we run tests, we actually do get log entries, which is good. So this goes into the payloads. Right. So we're gonna check if the route redirects correctly. That's, I think, the only thing we need to cover, right? Oh, controls are orange or yellow now instead of red. No, it was the payloads one. Look. Now it has a nice config. Okay. So. The off ones, let's get into those because those are something. Think about where to start. Like, honestly, I don't think this is ever used. I'm pretty sure we can just do this, to be honest. Because all the login we do, right? So if we log in, it's all using the Laravel Nova package. It's not using the default auth scaffolding that... I think this is a leftover from when we started the site, which was like early in Laravel's lifetime, right? Where you got default scaffolding for authentication, like basically Laravel UI. Which you don't, like, there's no Jetstream in this, there's nothing in this that would validate us having front-facing login, right? So I think with the entire folder can just go. Don't think we have we have ever used that auth. Because this is all Nova, which is the admin package, right? Does this use... No, I mean this uses... This uses its own login screen and its own login controllers. Like, you can log in just fine. I just deleted the entire authentication folder or the auth folder. So I still do password reset. It's not gonna send an email, but right. I think it should put it in storage, right? Yeah. It's this. There's no SMTP. Yeah. There's no SMTP tied to this local environment. I guess to really test it out, we could go to the M file and put this is all dummy data. How do we? Let me just put the mailer to. How do you? Let's see. Oh. Mailgun, postmark. I just wanna. Pretty sure we can just... There you go. So it just sends it to the log. It's a neat little trick if you don't... Yeah, we got the password reset link, so we can grab this, go back to this, and paste it like we clicked it on in clicked on it in the link. We could go add password. We're logged in. Yeah, so I deleted the entire authentication folder and it didn't matter. So I'm pretty sure we don't need to keep it around then in that case. Okay, well, yeah, sure. So that means for coverage, this entire folder doesn't exist anymore. So we're 82%. Let's go. So the contact one we have ignored because this one is we're not doing the it's not live anyway, so there's no need. We'll rework this eventually. For now, it's not there, so we can just ignore it. Which is you shouldn't really do that with a lot of stuff, but for this one, it's gonna be fine. Okay, so workshops. The first one's pretty easy, right? I want to say it's plural. What? Not really sure. We'll check. It's payloads. It's workshop. It's singular. That's fine. We can rename that one. Okay, so let me think real quick, because for the development we had the, I think we're doing the same one for this, right? In this case it's going to be workshop. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail because the route is not active. Let's see what's in there, right? All right, but Do we have a model for it even? Don't think we do, right? I think workshops are just a page where, yeah, it's just a page. So it's page same as the security one, I guess. That's the one. In this case, it's going to be true. Oh yeah, we didn't import the page. We need to get the page. Yep. Wait, what? Oh. We're gonna do page slug equals workshop. This should give us the yeah, let's go. Because the workshop page gets published without being active, right? Now it should. Wait, what? Our slug. So what's in there? No. Okay, sure. Let's see. So this should be empty, right? Um, so that would be without. I think that's the about controller test where we had that, right? No, it's not. I think it. No. Commands is the create default pages commands. This is where we had the issue with the yeah, we're active. Yeah. So this is where active. This is including inactive. Right. So we need that. So we need the page without the scope. Where a slug is workshop. We need to import the is active scope. We'll get there. Okay. So because the page is not because the page is not active when published, because the workshop page is only when we do workshops. We do cybersecurity workshops where you do red teaming and explain some do's and don'ts, right, for small businesses. And we don't. Whenever the signups open, this page is published, but by default it's unpublished. So we recreate the workshop, open up the sign in, and then we close it again. So we depublish it. So that means if we want to test if the route exists, we have to check if the yeah, we have to check if the route is actually if the page is actually. We have to ignore the global scope because we have set the global scope, like this is active scope. Is set. So where active is 1. If the page is not active, it's not going to show up in any queries that we do. So this query, so we grab the model and we say ignore the active, ignore this scope, and then find the page where the slug is workshop, and we get that one, right? think we can now do update and then say active is true. And then we could go, let's just see, right? Now this should work. So we just turned it active. Yeep. Which would mean that if we test this now, it should be green. Yay! Is this the way to go, or do we just create a new page called... We can't do a new page called workshop because the slug is already there, right? Because it's the same page we're reusing, we just change the content. So this is actually the way to go. Okay, so that's one. Now the other one. It's gonna be... I don't know. Can't think. It's kind of this, right? Where we check if the route 404 if the page is not found. So create the defaults. By default it is cert this should already pass, right? Oh, we actually deleted a bit too much. Yeah, this should have that one, the first one covered. This should have this thing covered. I don't know if we should really be 404ing here or if we should be redirecting back to home, but that's a different discussion, I reckon. It's that one. Now this one. How are we going? Check. Almost 3 hours. I'm not really sure if we can get this one finished. So you have to I'm not really sure if we have to trigger the event as well. Like we should test the event, but the workshop entry created event. That one's tested in the events one, right? That's in the in this one. So I'm not entirely 100% sure that we can get that one done now. In the I have like 15-ish minutes left. let's see where we're at in total. Ugh. Nothing broke, that's good. So types should still be fine, right? We didn't alter any types. No. We actually went up. What? Okay, sure. Oh, look. It's almost at 80. Still a couple of zeros there. At least we're getting up there. Okay, I feel like the Nova service provider, like this one, broadcast service provider, like these providers are all we'll test them. So we have all the models checked. We need to do the mailables. Is there any like super low hanging fruit we can test real quick? Let me check. So all the scopes have been tested. So I think this scope is covered. And a bunch of... Yeah. This is kind of cool in this coverage. This is default in PSP unit. You can actually see which test cover this this line of code. So this scope is actually really tested. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can get into real quick without... That's all these... What's the middleware that we have to... I honestly think this one... I'm not sure if these... I honestly think the middleware could go, to be honest, because there's no middleware that we're doing. Not go as in delete them, but go as in go like this, right? Because we can just ignore it for now. It's not something we need to cover, right? Because the middleware that we have is Laravel internals. Like that's the framework itself. That's we changed nothing. Oh, also traits is double here. Doubling up on the trait ignoring. This should mean that this one should just be gone, right? Yeah, there we go. So we're either 100% covered or we're barely covered. The worship controller has, yeah, of course, that makes perfect sense. So if you go to the dashboard for the entire app, like the complexity is definitely in the menus command. Yeah, this makes sense. For the providers, I don't really know. What's the crappiest? So the store method. Yeah, it's also it's all the workshop controller. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. This service provider. Why is it? What? So, wait. Okay. Yeah, because we have local web routes. So, what's this test then? How is this tested? How does this user model test? I'm just gonna ignore this one because this is only for local development. Like, this is crazy, man. It's in the route service provider. Like, this is never gonna. So what we did, right? So in the gotta think. In the routes, we could create a local web where we could do testing of the contact mail, testing of the workshop email. So we could just fire off local routes that are never gonna hit production, because this only works when you're on local, right? Because we actually check the app environment. Is that actually true? No, I think these can fire. This should only be true for local host, like if we're on local. Yeah, there's a bug here. Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Might be a bug here. No. So if we do, let me check something. Nah. We're still gonna ignore it. Oh, right. Pfft, I'm stupid. Because the these routes, right? Like the local web, this one. That's added when the app environment is set to local. But since the app environment in production is not set to local, it's not gonna find these routes. If I were to set it to local, it will find the routes. Because it's not, it's just gonna try and find these. Find nothing and do nothing. Not gonna register them. But we are gonna ignore this function. I think I can just... I think I should be able to do this, right? Pretty sure it doesn't... Pretty sure I can do this. And then it should just ignore that entire function. I think it might be neater to... to do it like this though. Because I don't think this route should be tested at all, right? It's kind of stupid. It only works on local, and for local it does. Even if it's broken, it doesn't matter, right? If you guys want to know more about how we did this and what we're doing here, do let me know, huh? Because I can go in depth in explaining what we're doing. See where we are at now. We should be up a bit. We should be. I'm gonna guess close to 80, if not on 80. That one shouldn't have changed. The type coverage shouldn't change at all, ever, since we're not doing types. $77. Let's go. Yeah, I feel like we're getting there. Like, there's still some stuff in the commands that we need to test, but it's fine. Need to get those zeros out first and foremost, I guess. Like the broadcast service provider, really? Is it something we can get into real quick? Oh. Don't think this is something we can. Just checking another application where we did testing. Yeah, there's no broadcasting in that one, so. Can't show you that project though. Not yet. Let's see if we can test it. This is not the broadcast provider we're looking. We should actually go into the API documentation, I think. That's the one. We're on 11 because we still need to update to 12. The first thing we want to do is get all the tests up and running, and then we're gonna update and see what breaks, and then we're gonna fix them, and then we're upgraded. What's easy? So I guess if we're yeah, I think we could do something like this. I guess. All right, let's see if we can get something to work. So what are we gonna call this? Because it's gonna be about workshop entries, right? Because it's this one that we're gonna test. Like this event. Workshop entry. So we can just call it workshop entry test and put it in the workshop controller folder. Workshop entry event test. I think that's a solid name for it. Probably. As good as any, right? So I have to create a workshop entry. So let's see, because we need I think we can do, yeah, we have a factory, right? We don't. Don't have a factory for this one? We do. I was like, wait, what? So we can do workshop I don't really care what's in there. That's shitty naming, by the way. I'm just gonna call it entry. And then we have to do workshop tests. So we want to be in the same group. We don't want to be we want to call it events. So we could do Right. That makes sense. Type. Let's see. Array merge argument 2 must be type. Yeah. Oh, right. We get now? Am I just stupid? Just factory. Oh, factory and then it's times 1. Oh no, I can just do create. That's there we go. Okay. Cannot access offset of type. Can't we fake events? I think that's this one, right? That should be that event. So we got this. This returns what does this return? This create returns the object itself. Right. Which would mean that if I do this, we should get an object. Right. We get a workshop entry. which is exactly what we wanted, right? With a message and a name and an amount of people, and like everything is filled. Okay. Is it the pest thing? No. Digits. Can we? Is there a? This only. We could check the class though. I feel like. This shouldn't matter, right? Because in the controller, basically the same thing happens. We get the request, we store it, so we create the new entry, then we trigger the event, and then we show the flash message. So fake the event. Let's dump the entry just for now. See if it actually. I don't even think this matters, right? Like, this should be enough. Nah, I don't know what you're doing now, but that's not it. So we're dispatching. Let's actually dispatch the event, right? Does this matter? The expected event was not dispatched. Yeah, sure. Okay. So what is this? What's actually in here? We should probably not even... I think this is the other way around. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to get this post. Sure. I think we can do raw, and raw would give us the data without actually saving it in the database, right? Right, that will give us just the data without having it in the database. So we could actually hit the store. We hit the routes. Let's go event fake. Right. Let's make sure we get the event in there. And then cert dispatched. That feels right. Too few arguments. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna give it data, which is this one. Data. I'm gonna pass it the same data. Goddamn. Should only be one, right? So it's in the event itself, right? So it's there. Okay. Interesting. Wait, what? Yeah. I think we can just do ID, right? Yeah, we get an ID. I should get 2 IDs. 1. All right. What the actual heck and what? Is it the listener that's actually breaking this up? I think it's the listener that's actually... It's actually breaking it. Because it's not making the event, right? So we get 1, 1, 1, and then it fails. Let's see where we're at. Oh, 3 hours. Yeah, I need to go. Okay. I'm gonna end it here. And we're gonna shoot for Thursday for a new stream. I wanna thank everybody that came to hang, even if you were just lurking. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye.